Jai Hind students. So now let's start with the today's topic, which is about the modifications of the leaves. So today we have to start with this particular topic. Before coming to this, let us see that why, for what all the reasons they have got modified. See, the primary functions which are there for the leaves to perform as photosynthesis, transpiration, exchange of gases. Apart from these, there were some other special features, some special characteristics the leaves have to take place or leaves had to perform for their different purposes, for the different purposes of their lives. But for these things, they can't be stick to the one leaf kind of a structure which is a flattened one. They have to modify themselves. So for the requirement of the needs, for the purpose, they had modified themselves to different types. Now in this part we have to see that only. So let's start with this. There are all these different parts of the modifications of the leaves. For example, leaves have got converted into the tendrils, then in the leaflet hook form, in the leaf spines, in the leaf phyllodes, in the scaly leaves, in the floral leaves, and in the pitcher shaped. So let's begin with the leaf tendril forms. You might have seen the grape plant, you might have seen the Python sativum pea plant, you might have seen the pumpkin too. You must have observed there something coiled kind of a structure. Something like this, as you can see over here. This coiled structure is here. This coiled structure which you can see over here, this is called as a tendril, and this modification has got converted of leaf form from the leaf form just because to give the support to the plant, because these plants are very weak. So this is meant or converted form of the leaf, modified form of the leaf to give support to the plants. So these are called as the tendrils or the leaf tendril forms. Next, this was the first. Next we are having leaflet hooks. Now what has happened to these leaflet hooks in this kind of a plants? For example, the begonia, the rachis or the leaflets, they get converted into this kind of a structure which you can see over here, which are just like the leaf or a figure 3 in number 1, 2, 3. In number kind of a rachis which is shifted to take care of the, you can also say that these are the claws structure or the claws forms which have got the modified over here for taking care for the protection of the plants and to help it to climb on the surface or on the stimulus which they are receiving. Third form which they have got modified is called spines. You might have seen the apantia, a cactus plant, and you must have observed that it is having spine kind of a structure present on its surface. These are the spines. So this kind of a structure you must have seen on them. This is actually to prevent them from the grazers. So the animals, those who are coming to graze them, it is meant to protect them from them, and it is also meant to make them helpful from the different sections. For example, in the xerophytic condition, if they will be get protected from there. Okay, so they can store food, they can make their food reserved, as you have seen already that their stem is also a modified form, right? So the same way they are also there to give them proper protection from the herbivores, from the grazing animals. Next we are having phyllodes kind of. Phyllodes is the third one, and its example is like the Australian acacia. Now what happens is that rachis which is present, that rachis gets converted into the flat structure, and that flat structure seems to be like the leaf kind of. So that kind of a modification is called phyllodes, where rachis gets converted into the flat leafy structure. Next we are having scaly leaves. Scaly leaves means a leaf which is having a scale kind of a structure which is quite thick one. This kind of a structure is to give the protection to the plants like ginger and garlic. So the scaly kind of a leaf you can see in the gingers and the garlic plant, where you can easily observe them that their leaves are scale kind of and the elongated ones. Next is the floral structures. Floral means you can see the petals, you can see the sepals which are there. They are actually the modified forms of the leaf, and they are meant for the pollinators to get attracted so that they can pollinate easily and reproduce in a much better way. So for that purpose, the endoecium, the gynoecium, all those are the actually modified forms of the leaves. Next you can see the picture. The plants, those who are the insectivorous, so insectivorous plants, they are developed in the pitcher form so that they can capture the insect for their nutrition, for the chemical, the source which they are required. So these all are the modified forms of the leaf which has been done on the basis of the requirement by the plants. So you have seen leaf tendrils, leaflet, hook kind of a structure which is present, spiny leaves, spine kind of a structure is there for the protection from the herbivores, phyllodes where edges gets converted to the flat palm kind of a structure, scaly leaves where scaly or thick leaves are present over there for the protection and for giving good rise to the product which we have to receive, like the ginger, like the garlic. The floral parts for the pollinators to get attract, for the sexual reproduction to get happen in a much better way. Pitcher to get the chemicals requirement by the plant, those who are like insectivorous. So these are the modifications of the leaves. Hope you have got to know this and understood this in a much better way. Thank you for watching the video.